We're live.
Okay.
Just took us live.
Gotcha.
And
Background. Didn't you give me a background? No.
I'm not using. I have to fix mine. So
Windows sounds. Did you do that?
I checked and nothing. I had things coming in and it wasn't.
Okay.
So we should be okay. We should be good.
Spoke with Tamara. All good now. But
Yeah. Okay. That we won't talk about that.
yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's see if I did this right. And chat. There's a way seeing chat. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So I didn't advertise this in any big way or put it out. So let's just see if whoever comes will probably be just kind of people who happen to be popping on.
Sure.
So.
It's nice and chilly outside.
Like actually, it was. Looks like it's going to rain. I don't know where you were, but we did when I was cooking supper on the barbecue. It was actually big raindrops, and then it was sunny out, so that was kind of neat. Oh, here we go. There's Brenda. Somebody new. All right, we're just waiting for a few more people to come, Brenda. Can you hear us? If you can you? I'm sure you can.
I'm sure she can too.
Can you hear us? If you can you? Oh, okay. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure she can too.
Can you hear us? If you can you? Hold on. Oh,
You have
okay.
to. Okay.
I'm sure you. I know. I got to figure out how to do that here again.
Mute the actual video.
Just a second. I have to do that on Facebook.
So were you with us last time, Brenda?
Why is that? Just go to Facebook. Okay. Oh, I think it's over here. Can you still hear me, Rackley?
Yes.
Did you hear me, Rackley?
Yes.
You could hear me. Okay, hold on. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you can both hear me because I turned it off on there, so you can hear me? Yay. Okay, we shouldn't have that problem then. Okay, that's good.
So welcome back then, Brenda. Nice to have you again.
Okay. Got your cards out, do you, Rackley?
It's just my.
See, now I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's not what I want to do.
You got to be able to hear me.
Okay, so can you speak, please, Rackley?
Yeah, you got to be able to hear me.
So now, was it off there a minute ago? And that's why I didn't hear you?
No.
Okay, so I don't know how to.
Everything's good now. It seems to be working the way it is. So we're good.
Yeah, it does. I'm not sure what I did differently, but okay.
I shuffle my cards because I have ADHD, so it helps me do something. But people think I'm getting them out to get some messages and stuff. It's like, oh, but really I'm not. I'm just shuffling.
You do that though sometimes.
I do. Magic. So we did it a little differently this time, Brenda. We didn't really promote this event, and we're just seeing what happens.
Yeah, I want to see how many people are just hanging around, who dropped by. We did a last minute, so we're figuring out the best method to do this. So
Maybe we can ask her. How did you find us, Brenda?
okay. So just hanging around, doing what just happened to come on when we did it. That's cool.
I wouldn't call that luck.
Oh, come on now.
I would call that meant to be.
Oh, there's somebody else, Laura. All right, so some people are starting to come. That's good. We're just waiting for a couple more people to come, and then we'll just start and we'll give to people who come. Laura, is this your first time? I don't recognize the name, but I mean, doesn't mean I just may not remember. Is this your first time here, Laura? Okay, there we go. That's good. So did you just happen to pop on Facebook and see it pop up? Is that how you find us, or you remember one of, or well, I guess my page? We're just trying to figure out how people are finding us. We can chatter until people come. Yeah, okay. What? I'm busy.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of a delay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know which dog did it, but they ate my nail clippers.
Yes, I know.
They
Yeah,
ate it.
yeah, Sweetie had it in her mouth and brought it in.
You-
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Through Meetup. Okay, yeah. All right, that's good. Yeah, there is lag. I'm not sure. We don't see it, but we're good. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just start, and you guys will get a slightly longer messages. And once some more people come, then we will we'll do that. So, Aracely, who do you want to go to?
I'll go to Laura.
Okay, so yeah.
Bad doggy. Give me a second. Let me tune in here. So Laura, just make sure you sort of are open to whatever comes through, and sometimes it's not what we want to hear, but just keep an open mind. Sometimes things don't make sense as well today, but they will start to make sense later.
That happens a lot.
That happens a lot, yeah. Silova. I have a feeling that it's like I get the sense that something is missing, and you don't know what it is that's missing. So you're on a search. You're in your spiritual. Okay, so you're in the process of awakening, like fully, and you're on your spiritual path, and it's a journey that never really ends. Once you start awakening, it's sort of like a never-ending journey. You have there's a purpose. You have something that you have to do in this lifetime that includes helping others, similarly to what we are doing here. That's what I get for you. And you will discover that, or maybe you already have discovered that on your journey. You have to, they're saying, put yourself out there. Don't be shy. Um, you're gifted and you have a lot to offer. If you hadn't figured out what it is yet, I have a feeling that you haven't figured it out yet. You will. Um, you're a very open person. That's what I get for you. And they're saying enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. That's what they're saying. I'll leave you with that.
No, you dig a little deeper.
Okay.
That was only 2 minutes. Dig deeper.
You gotta let me get warmed up.
Yeah, we're gonna. At this rate, we should be able to get to everybody. So not to worry. We'll get.
How
Should
many
be.
people do we have here? Let's see if we have any more messages for Laura. I love how Joanne just pushes me.
Uh-huh.
She gets a good laugh out of it.
I want you to go deeper into the feeling of that.
Just warming it up. Partnership comes up. Partnership came up. I get the sense that you are alone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the feeling they're giving me, that or if you're with a partner, you feel like you're alone because your partner's like totally 3D and there's many things you can't discuss. It's a lonely journey a lot of the times. It requires a lot of alone time. The spiritual path, at least for me, it does. We got to learn to being alone is like a skill, right? So but I think you got that skill. I think you've kind of felt sort of not fully understood most of your life. Yeah, that's it. They're just giving me spiritual path. If there's anything you want to add, Joanne, go for it.
That's tomorrow night. Okay, so close it.
I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rackley. Okay, Brenda, I would like to come to you, please. So if you're still here, and I know you are, but just get people used to it. If you're still here, please chat. Put a thing in the chat so we know you're still here.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Brenda, let's start this. So as I come in, actually before I came into your energy, I was had already tuned into your energy because I knew I was next. And Spirit came in when I tuned into your energy, and they were so enthusiastic. They were like, "You got it, girl. Share it. Put it out there." So, and I'm getting goosebumps to confirm that. And they're so excited about this. So they're telling me that there's this new idea that's in, I would say, kind of the early stages, though it's not just a thought. There's something you're moving towards in the early stages, and it's magical. Whatever this thought is that you're in the process of creating is magical. Now, with that said, you're going to have some naysayers saying, no, 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 that's this, that's this, that's this. Ignore it. You stand up, you shine. They are delighted by this. They're saying they've been working towards getting this going for you for 6 years. However, the last 6 months is when it's really being more intensified, is what they're saying. And there's again, whoever these your helping spirits are, they're just like dancing. They're so excited that you've made this step. They're telling me that it wasn't always you weren't always able to do that sort of thing, to put yourself, I don't want to say put yourself out there, but thank you, to stand in your power. And you found your power. They're telling me that you've learned over the past 6 months about personal boundaries, your own mostly, and how to stand, to put that up there and not let people, what I'm being told, force their way on you, which is make you do things you don't may necessarily want or that sort. So you're starting to, I don't want to say show a background, but somebody just said, or show a backbone, but they just said show a backbone. However you got there, they're delighted that you're there. And whatever this new idea that you're creating, they're telling me that there's a lot of people who are going to gravitate towards that. So you really need to own it. You need to own it confidently, because if you project, and they're saying that's where you're at right now. You're showing confidence, but you still have some doubt, and that's okay. Just keep going. You're going to find little baby steps that you start making differences in other people's lives. And that will give you that additional confidence. You need to take it to that higher level. So embrace that, because that's coming. They're not giving me a real clear insight of what it is. Again, it's a short little reading, but please, whatever it is you're doing, you're going to help an awful lot of people as you gain that confidence and stand in front and do it. So I'm going to leave you in wicked goosebumps. So just embrace it. Do it. Go, girl. Get it out there. Stand in your power and rock other people's worlds, because that's exactly what you're going to do. I'll leave you with that with blessings, Brenda. Okay. And hello to the new people. And we're going to, I'm taking names. And as we give readings, we knock cross people off. So depending on the number of people, we're going to attempt to get to everybody. Okay. Sorry, Rackley, go ahead.
Oh, I'll go to Mila.
Leela? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mila, I get the feeling that you are one of those people who kind of knows what they want and goes out and gets it. You're a go-getter. You're not the one to sit back passively and just watch things happen. You like to make things happen, which is a great trait. I don't know if you own your own business or you're thinking of starting your own business, but you should own your own business and be your own boss. Because that's the skill that you're pretty good at being a boss, they're saying. They'd like to encourage you to keep pushing for your dreams. And they're saying, dream bigger. They're saying for you to dream bigger. Let's say you want to earn $1 million, dream for $100 million, and you will earn the $1 million. Dream bigger, and don't let anyone tell you any different. You believe in yourself inside, and that's a really good trait. If you're looking for a partner, it'll show up when you least expect it. Right now, I think you have to focus on yourself and creating whatever it is that you want to create. Whatever path you're on is the right path. The mistakes will be made, but that's part of the path and journey. So overall, they're proud of you, essentially. And don't ever stop shining, basically.
Okay, I'm going to say, assume you're done there.
Yeah, I'll leave you with that.
Okay, thanks, Rockley. Okay. Lisa, I know you're there because you just typed in there, and I was going to come to you regardless. So I'm going to come to you. And yes, I do have somebody coming through for you, because immediately when I read your name, I felt grief. So it makes sense to me that you typed that. So as I come into your energy, Lisa, I am feeling grief. Now I'm feeling your grief, but I'm also feeling grief from, actually, there's a couple of individuals on the side that is coming. I'm sorry, that are coming forward and expressing this grief. Let me just tap into here. And it feels quite raw still. It's so to me that says, at least with one of them, it feels newer. The other feels a bit ago, but there's still unhealed grief there as well. Okay. And I'm not moving past the grief, which means, again, it feels like it's around a woman energy. And it feels that you're not able to move forward at this point yet. And that's okay. This is going to take time. This was somebody very, very, very important to you. And this grief will take time. Okay, I'm being told you've lost other people. Most of us have, but this one hurts. This one hurts way past any of the other ones. And they're also giving me the sense that in this grief, you're kind of belittling yourself a little bit, because it's like, oh my God, I should be getting over this. Oh my God, I'm not getting over this. Why am I still going through this? And then you get caught up in past memories and the sorrow about unfinished business. And so this is circle that you're going through, and it's okay. Again, what they really want you to do here is this circle that you're going. Okay, what just happened there? That got weird again.
That was my bad.
Okay. So you keep going in this circle, and okay, this is a lady. This lady who feels like the newer death. She really wants to hold you. She's showing me, I don't know if you sense this, but when you're crying, and there don't seems like really flowing crying. It's kind of like a memory comes up, your eyes well up a bit, and she shows me she's there, holding not a Kleenex, a handkerchief. To your eyes, she's trying to comfort you, but you're so into this grief that you're not sensing it. And again, that's okay. There's no judgment here, but she's trying to let you know she's here. She's talking about a favorite song she used to have. I don't know the song. It seems like slightly an older song that I'm hearing, that she would sing or whistle or hum. And so this was kind of a thing for her. What she wants you to do, Lisa, is during the day, this is so you'll recognize that she's there. This thought, this song, whatever this hum that she used, this little melody that she used to hum, you're going to hear it. It's just going to drop into your head out of the middle of nowhere. You could be like vacuuming, and there it is. That's her saying, hello, Lisa, I'm here. Pay attention, I'm here. And when that happens, just know at that time she's hugging you and holding you. Okay, so embrace that. And she's going to pull back now, and she says, love never dies. Okay, so although she's passed, that love is there, and just keep feeling it. There's no harm in that. Okay, so I'm going to leave you blessings. Okay. Just to address, I know some people are asking for maybe some people that might come through. We have no control over who comes through, who doesn't, what the message is, what the message isn't. We will do our best, but again, we don't have control over that. Okay, so Irakli, go ahead. Who are you drawn to?
So who's still here?
We have quite a lot of people. We
It's
have Eliana, Leah, Abby, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, I just did. Katie, and I'm just actually writing other names down. So, Sunny. Okay. Have a, okay.
how come it only shows that there's one person showing for me? I'm confused.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Do you have the chat? Do you see the chat over? Well, you may not see it because I'm running the program. And May's also. So I'll give you the names of who needs it. Eliana, Leah, Abby, Katie, Sunny, and May. And Leah. Yeah, I said Leah. So we still have these people. We're not going by order of who comes. It's who we're drawn to, and we have a Samantha as well. So, but stop buying time. That's all you're doing.
Okay. I know. I'll go to Sunny. I'll go to Sunny.
Okay.
Okay, because he's the only gentleman. They're saying for you, Sunny, hard work. You gotta work hard. You gotta work harder to basically no one's gonna hand you no freebies type of thing. That's the vibe that I get. The world is not sort of, they're saying that sometimes it may seem like everything is like against you, or the world is like against you, but those are just the regular challenges that everybody has to deal with. There's your perception of what reality is. Be aware of that. Be a little more aware of how you're perceiving situations. Think more like the glass is half full. And I understand that's hard. That's easy to say. Check out YouTube and how the brain functions, and just study the relationship between the brain and the body and how they talk to each other, and that will help you shift your thoughts. So the outside reality cannot shift. I think Joanne said this, and I'm remembering it. The outside reality cannot shift until you shift your thoughts, right?
Pretty much.
So however many people there are on this planet, that's how many different worlds there are. So we make our own future, and it changes all the time. So your life's going to be basically what you make it. And they're saying you can make it exactly where you want, or you cannot. It's up to you. It's up to you to do it. That's what they're saying. Okay, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rackley. Leah, are you still here? If you are, please chat. Make a message in the chat so I know you're here. Okay, Leah, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Leah, as I come into your energy, I'm getting, it's kind of like a mixed bag. I have this, the first thing they showed me was this little girl, you on a swing, you know, those old type of swings, and you're like swinging, having a heck of a time. And then they show me you as an adult watching that little girl play, wondering where that girl went. And feeling the responsibilities of adult life. And there's a longing for the simplicity of a time when you were this younger girl. And the simplicity of that. Rackley, stop playing.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So what Spirit's telling me is that obviously you can never go back to being her because we mature. But instead of longing for the simplicity, instead reflect back on the you, that simpler times, and pick out a couple of the really fun things that you liked about that time. And start implementing a couple of those now back into your life, because it really feels like you're so caught up in being an adult. And the busyness that involves, that you're really just forgetting to have fun. You're forgetting the simple things in life can give you an awful lot of pleasure. And one thing that this is the third time they're showing me, it is, we used to call it a roundabout. So it was this flat wheel that people on the outside would push, everybody else would sit in, and it would go spin around. Always made me dizzy, but it was low. So they keep showing me this roundabout. Not sure why yet. Okay, so they are showing me it going around, you standing not on it, and you're not pushing it. And again, you're just watching it go around. You're not participating. I don't know who told you, and they're telling me somebody told you that you need to act your age. With that, that's all I can say. Push that out. As long as you still keep your responsibilities and you don't start reneging on that sort of stuff. Because, I mean, we are adults. We do have that. And we have to live up to that. Have some more fun. And don't watch life as this merry-go-round thingy. Go around and around, and you're not participating in it. You're really not. You're just watching it go by. So you need to jump on this thing. You need to start having some more fun. And it doesn't have to be big things. I mean, it could be next time it's raining out, go walk and jump in a couple of puddles. That's what the little girl would have done, and she would have relished at it. Your mom might not have liked it, but she would have liked that sort of stuff. Get back to the simpler times. That will also help. What I'm being told is alleviate some of the adult stresses that you have yourself in. And that will help relieve some of the anxiety and some of the, I don't want to call it depression, but as I see you looking back at the simpler times, I do feel this sense of despair and longing that adult life just kind of sucks compared to that. But there's a lot of good things as well with adult life, but you're missing that. So please stop being a bystander in your fun. Only you can make yourself have fun. You either sit at home, do nothing in your adultness, or you just jump on that merry-go-round thing and you just laugh and play and have fun when you have the time to do it. So, Leah, I'm going to leave this with you. Please take the time to find those simple things to make yourself shine inside and laugh inside and smile inside again. They're telling me it's not going to take a lot for you to regain that. So instead of longing for that simpleness, re-embrace it back into your life now, however you seem fit, and enjoy the fun. Enjoy the fun. So I'm going to leave you with blessings. Okay, directly.
I'm going to go to May.
To May? Okay.
Yeah. So May, as I tune into your energy, I get a very bubbly, sensitive, compassionate type of feel. And you're definitely an empath. And what they're saying is your role in this life is to be more of a supportive role. So like not destined to be the one in the starlight or whatever, like the star, but your role is sort of is like supporting the star. That's a metaphor. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but I hope it makes more sense to you. But that's what they're saying. You're more of a supporting role, but in this life, but you are a healer and you are empathic. And Reiki, hands, healing with your hands. If you haven't dove into that yet, I'd recommend that you do and see what comes out of it. Aside from that, I get a very bubbly and happy type of energy, and they're not pointing out any major. Oh, they're saying watch out for narcissistic partners. That's what they're saying. Watch out for narcissistic partners. You're sort of aware of it, what that is, but maybe look into what narcissism is a little deeper. But aside from that, honestly, I'm not getting any like major events or any major. Your life should be like cruise control, 110 kilometers all the way. You know what I mean? Just 10 over the speed limit, balanced. Leave you with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rackley. Is Eliana still here? Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. So, Eliana, as I'm coming into your energy, I'm feeling sadness, but it's not grief. And it feels pretty strong. And it's making me, I'm not depressed, but I don't feel motivated. I want to hide under a rock. I want to kind of bury my head and try to make it go away. And they're saying that this isn't all that far off of what you've been doing. Maybe you're not putting the blanket over your head, but you're sort of trying to avoid this feeling without actually dealing with it. And what I'm being told is all this is doing is prolonging it. Yes, they acknowledge that what's behind it is painful. And that's part of the reason, the main reason they're telling me why you're kind of intentionally trying to not deal with it. Now, there's a saying in the spiritual community, what you resist, persists. And what you look at dissipates. And I really feel that summarizes where we are right now with whatever this is that you're feeling. You need to go through it, to move through it, to heal from it. And what I'm being told is, okay, hold on. I'm trying to understand what they're showing me. There's a little child, I want to say approximately 5 to 7 years old, that's stepping forward. I'm trying to discern if they're a deceased individual or if it's spirit guide. I haven't quite gotten that yet. And I see them kind of tugging on your, on your shirt, trying to get your attention. Okay, so this is a spirit guide. They've just told me that. And what they want to do is they want you to take their hand and they want to walk you through this process of the healing. And I'm being told that if you allow yourself to stop pushing it away and to confront it head on, it won't take long to get through it. You have this little child helping you process it and bring you through it. You're not alone in the journey. And it's through this child's simple innocence, and that children tend to have a higher perspective than a lot of us as adults because they're not tainted yet. And they're going to come up with creative ways to help you deal with whatever this is you're not trying to do. And I'm also being told that you've been sitting with this for a little while. And as I've mentioned, it's not getting better. The healing will be a fraction of the time you've spent resisting it. So it will actually be very short time span to get through it. And then you're done, and you're not living in this feeling that you're in right now. So I do encourage you to go through it. Yes, it's going to hurt. Yes, it's going to bring up some memories. But this suppressing of it is not helping you. And it's leading to this lack of motivation and just kind of feeling, yeah, and all of that sort of thing. So face it. I know it's easy for me to say because I'm not living it, but it's going to prolong it if you don't. And the flip side of that is what they're showing me. If you allow yourself to go through it, the shortened time it would take, they're showing me this massive sunshine. So though it may feel dark right now and not fun, the outcome is you literally glowing after you've processed it. And they're showing me that you're trying to, I'm trying to understand how they're saying it. I can't articulate it. Oh, that makes sense because you don't know how to do it. Okay, so that's what I'm picking. You're trying to. Okay, it's gone. They don't want me to go there, so I can't go back there. I can't give that to you. I wish I could, but it's obviously I'm not to speak it. So please take this little child's hand. Interestingly enough, I hear the name Julia, though it's not a mini you. It's a child's guide that's coming forth. Call on them when you're going through the thick and thin of it. You will find that you'll start randomly laughing through it all as you process it, because this is the influence of the child trying to help you through it. So please do this service for you. Yes, it's going to be hard initially, but man, that sun is shining and you are going to be so much happier that you went through it once you've done it. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with blessings and call on that little girl. Hi, Nadine. Okay, thank you. Okay, Irakli, who are you drawn to?
I will go to Samantha.
Samantha? Okay.
Samantha, are you still with us? Just type it in the chat, please.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Okay. All right, Samantha. So this one's a little bit deeper, kind of. I get the sense that perhaps when you were growing up, one of your parents was not really playing their role fully. And I'm very sorry for the terminology, but it's, they say daddy issues is what I know how to say it, explain what I'm trying to say. And you're looking for guys. You're looking for guys, boyfriends, whatever. You're looking to guys to protect you and make you feel complete and make you feel full. And that's a really dangerous sort of path, because you don't need anybody else to feel complete. What they're saying is focus on learning how to focus on learning the skill to feel complete without anybody else. It's a subconscious thing that happens where when we lack sort of either the presence or the attention or whatever of one parent, and I'm not sure in this case it could be, I have the feeling like it's more on the dad side. Maybe dad isn't too, like, somebody you can talk to about your feelings or whatever like that, you know. You may be trying to compensate for that attention and that safety in your adult life through boyfriends and not be aware of it. So I hope that makes sense to you and I explained that correctly to you. I get the feeling that it's like you're waiting for the guy, you're like you want to fall in love, or you want to get married, like you just want this is like, guys is the only thing that comes up, and it's weird that it comes up like that, but you don't need to feel insecure. What I recommend to you is to learn how to be an independent woman. An independent woman is a strong woman, and in today's day and age, that's kind of what you need for survival. Like, ultimately, that's the ultimate. And then you can be a quote unquote strong. I'm not gonna say the phrase I was gonna say because I'm gonna get in trouble by Joanne, but I was gonna say like a strong woman. Be independent. I'll leave you with that.
You cracked me up correctly. Okay. Katie, are you still here? If you are, please type in the chat. Katie, okay, great. Can you type in the name of your ex's name for me, please? Matt, okay. Okay, because he is going to step. I just prefer to know his name. It's easier than saying him. Okay. So as I come into your energy, he's saying baby. He's calling you baby in a loving way. And I don't really get the sense that he might have said that a lot when he was alive, but he's certainly saying it now. He's telling me that when he was alive, okay, let's say this, just back it up here. He now knows he could have been softer, more expressive of himself. And calling you baby would have been part of that, this term of endearment. He does also acknowledge that he cared very much for you, and that is mutual. But the sense he gives me is he wasn't mature enough to be as, and don't take this the wrong way, please. He wasn't mature enough to have the level of commitment that he would have now that he knows what that's all about. So he's matured emotionally now that he's crossed, that he realizes that, oh my God, I had it all there and I was sort of a little dismissive, put off. It's like, oh, okay, I'll get back to her. Oh, okay, I'll call her later, sort of that sort of thing when I'm talking dismissive. Thank you. He said he took the relationship for granted. He now knows that was an error. And he said, you deserved way more than what he gave you. And so in a way he's not apologizing because he didn't treat you badly. I don't get that sense. But he could have been more attentive, and for that he is apologetic for. And just like the feelings he's giving me now, it's he wants to shower you with love, but he's a little hesitant because he's unsure how you might feel about that. He's talking about words that were spoken. I want to say around the time he died, not necessarily at, just before, but around the time, that may have been a little bit hurtful. I do feel it was him more saying it. He wasn't, again, attentive of your emotions the way he would be now that he's emotionally matured over on the spirit side. Um, so he's owning his faults. And he says he didn't realize you were an angel in disguise. He's just flowery, how he's being very flowery. He's saying that you've been reaching out for some time and not really connected. He wants you to know, I'm telling you, but he also wants you to know, when most of the time when people pass over, they go through what I call a spiritual re-education process. And his took a little longer because he didn't really realize he was dead for some time. That often happens when it's a quick death, perhaps by an accident, or they usually don't know. And it took him a while to realize that he'd crossed. But now he went through that spiritual re-education, and now he's able to be there for you. Before he was not. Okay. So so what he wants you to know is there's been times in the past couple of months where, and I'm not sure you're aware of it, but maybe you are, that you've been in bed and you're thinking and you're reflecting on it. And there may be some sadness or maybe some happiness. And you feel like, I don't want to call it a movement on the bed, but you feel like you kind of like, did something just bump the bed? Some sort of movement like that, very subtle. It's him. What he's actually doing is he's kind of lying on the bed, looking at you like this, but he's horizontal, looking at you, just admiring the beauty of you. So if you haven't noticed that, start paying attention because he is doing this. And if you've noticed it, great. Now you know what it was, and watch for more of it. Talk to him as if he was here, because he is very much around you. And he is going to end this with, he's sorry he didn't get to say goodbye. Okay. But for him, he's not really gone. He's still around you. For you, he's gone. Okay. So call on him, talk to him just as he's here, and know he's listening and he's hearing. And don't be surprised if you start getting what I call drop-in thoughts, where you kind of get a sense that he's just spoken to you and you're going to go like, what? But it's him. Don't doubt it. Okay. So Katie, I'm going to leave you with that, with blessings, and just know that Matt is around you and does love you. And I'm going to leave you with that, with blessings. Okay, Rafa, your turn.
Who's left? Who wants to read?
We have Abby.
I think I gave Abby a reading.
No, you didn't. We have Abby, Chisa, Nadine, and if anybody else is here that hasn't had a message yet, please type in that you need a message, and we'll try to get to as many people as we can.
Yeah, just let us know in the chat, please.
Yeah, because some people come in and they leave, and okay, so I'll give the three names I still have as outstanding are Abby, Chisa, and Nadine. Okay, Rockley. So choose one of those three.
I'm probably gonna go to Nadine.
Nadine. Okay.
She was here last time, wasn't she?
She was.
Did you get me last time as well, Nadine?
No, I rate her. I gave her a reading last
Okay,
time.
okay. Well, this time you get both. What'd you tell her last time, Joanne?
I'm not telling you
I
because I only remember a tiny bit.
don't know. Nadine, you are one of those people like me who demands a lot from themselves. Shit. Like you have high expect. How do I say this? Yeah,
That's
you demand a lot from you, and sometimes a little bit too much. And they're pointing out to me your thoughts heavily influence your states. You're a light worker, and you know these things about. It's funny. It's funny because it's like you remind me a lot of me in so many ways. Um, energetically, kind of. Um, it's so easy to give a stranger advice, but it's so hard to figure ourselves out. uh, it's funny how that works. I guess that's the path that we chose. Anyways, what they're pointing out to me is for you to what? Be aware of your patterns of thinking. You get into a pattern of negative thinking, and they're triggered by small, subtle situations that trigger um, childhood sort of traumas, mini traumas, but they get triggered by very subtle things that you're not aware of, perhaps. Something to do with not being good enough. Um, look into your childhood and maybe feeling like you're not good enough. By the way, this is the problem with me as well, and like I think a lot of intuitive people and and not being accepted and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm sure you've done childhood work, but revisit it. um yeah, I wish that I wish it was a little more fun sometimes, but there are some subtle things that happen in your workplace that's whenever you don't get justification or credit or confirmation that whatever you did was right or on point, that really seems to bring you down. It's totally okay to be off, whatever it is that you do. I don't know what you do, but um, be a little more forgiving to yourself. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
okay. Very good, Rackley. Okay. I'm sorry if I say this incorrectly. Chisa, are you still here? And if so, please type in the chat so I'll know that you're here. And if anybody other than Chisa or Abby are here and have not had a reading, please type in the chat so that we know that you need a reading. Okay, Chisa, perfect. Okay. So she says, I come into your energy. The first thing they're showing me is a friggin' African safari. So I'm in an African safari in the middle of Africa. It's dry, dusty, there's a Jeep, there's a grassland. And,
African
okay.
lion safari.
You're fine. And as I'm there, you're not in the Jeep. You're standing watching the Jeep go down this dirt road, kicking up dust. You're kind of more like floating beside it, keeping pace with it. And it's I don't see anybody in it. And it's going on this dirt path in the middle of the African safari. And it's just like flatlands and grass all around. There's nothing around. Okay, thank you. Okay. This is sort of a little bit reflective of your life, where let's flip it around and make it apply. So what they're showing me is this African safari, grassland, you floating behind the car, and the truck or the thing just kind of moving on its own. You're an observer of life. You're literally watching other people's lives. And what I find interesting is this is your Jeep. You should be in the Jeep, driving it, controlling your life and where it's going. And what I see is you just kind of watching it all take place. And as I'm exploring that, I'm finding that I really kind of don't feel fulfilled because I'm just watching. I'm not participating. Okay. Part of the reason, what they're telling me, part of the reason that you're not maybe participating is there's these self-talk that you're doing where you have fear about driving it, like driving your life forward, making decisions, deciding what you want to do, what you don't want to do, who you want to do with it. It's so much easier to just float by and let the world pass you by. And that's true. It certainly is easier to do that, but it's not fulfilling, as I'm being told you're beginning to realize. So your spiritual prescription, what they want you to do is find one or two things that you've not explored that are interesting to you and do it. I don't know what that might be. They're not really giving me any indication of what that might be. But do it. Stop just letting life float by and literally you're not participating in it as fully as you could. And stop, okay, they're being firm. Stop making excuses of why you're not doing this. Okay. And for sure, stop this self-talk that's trying to tell you you're not good enough or smart enough or whatever it's saying to do these things. You absolutely will. They keep bringing my attention back to some form of art, creative expression of yourself that way. I really feel that the fact that they've shown it to me now 3 times, that this might be a good start. Avoid the guitar, okay? Do that too. That's another creative, but they're showing me the art. And the reason for the art is because art doesn't really have to look like anything. Okay. You could go and just like that and call it art. And who's to say it's not? So creative expressing yourself that way, either by guitar again or singing, something like that. But start really getting into it and making it more your own, rather than just this thing that you sort of kind of do and you watch and you don't really, and for sure, stop this self-talk that's trying to tell you, rather than just this thing that you sort of kind of do and you watch and you don't really, Oracle, and for sure, are you in Facebook? Because that's what happens. It's giving us feedback. Okay, so please,
Sorry.
yeah, so please, do more of that. They keep hanging their hat on this expression in art. and maybe that may be what you want to explore if you do guitar now or you singing and that sort of stuff. Try maybe something that's that new thing of the creative expression. So really start doing that, and you'll be drawn more into life because you're creating of and in life, and that will get more things going for you. So stop watching life float on by, get in that darn Jeep, and you make it happen, girl. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that with blessings. Okay, and if Abby's still here, I believe that that is the only person who still needs a reading. Abby, are you, just 1 second. Abby, are you still here? If so, can you please type in here? Oh, Sheila's here too. Okay, Abby's here. Or you could go to Sheila or Abby, either or.
I'll go to Abby.
Okay.
First thing that comes into my head is the ABBA song. Happy, happy. Money, money, money is always funny in a rich man's world. Yeah, that one. So, what a random drop in. Wow. So, maybe you have money on your mind. This is where I should have said, I'll pass, Joanne. But no. Let me see. Because I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, because actually you're not supposed to give Abby the reading. I'm supposed to, and I think I'm supposed to go to Sheila.
Okay. You go to Abby. Go to Abby.
Okay. That's good for you for honoring that, because that's really important step in your growth. Okay, Abby, I'm going to come to you. And believe it or not, I'm not hearing that song, but I am hearing song. I'm hearing singing. I'm hearing music. Music, my dear, elevates your soul. Why have you not been listening to it? I mean, really listening to it. Okay. I know music's soothing your soul because they're telling me this, but I see what you need to do is literally put your feet up in a hammock with your earbuds in your music. So you need to allow the music to raise your vibrations, but you have to do it as you're focusing in the moment, not when you're doing dishes or putting the laundry on or vacuuming. You need to take that time with the music, with you time. Okay, this is really important, because although the music I sing and brightening you up in that, but you're not getting the full benefits of music. Also, they're making me aware of, I'm not quite even sure how to phrase it. I don't want to call it emotional. I don't want to call it, it just seems like stuff. I'm going to call it stuff for lack of a better word. That just around, it's kind of agitating, but it's not really a big way, just kind of bleh. Okay. They're showing me Tibetan singing bowls. This is very high vibrational music. Okay. You need to get yourself a bowl. It doesn't have to be a big one. I can't even tell you the note. I don't know enough about it. What they're saying that you need to do is go into one of these, a spiritual type store, or a store that sells Tibetan singing bowls. You will be drawn to two. You'll be drawn to more, but there'll be two in particular that are, okay. But this is a different type of thing. I don't know you have an aversion, you're telling me, but this is, you're going to be, let me finish. You're going to be drawn to two of them. Whatever the frequency that they are is not going to put you off, okay? It's going to soothe your soul and elevate your vibration. Because as I'm in your energy, I just feel like you're just kind of going through life, that you're not excited about an awful lot. You're just going through life. This music will elevate that. Again, don't worry about this high tone, because there's various tones. When you go and you talk to somebody about what you're looking for, do tell them though that you don't like high pitched sound, and they'll direct you to ones that will be more to what you need. And it doesn't seem like really high pitched. It has what I feel. Okay, I don't know if you've ever done the this. If you haven't, Google it, see how you do it. What it does for me, and what you'll know that the Tibetan bowl is the proper one for you. When I do the it kind of reverberates here. That's what the bowl will do for you. You will feel this kind of reverberation, and that will be the tone. That will be how you decide. So whichever one makes that vibration feeling when you're doing it, that's the one you need. And I know you're sitting there thinking, oh, this sounds really weird, but trust me, you're going to get addicted to the energy of this bowl, and it's going to open up a whole new world for you. There's you may not know a lot about spirituality. They're not telling me whether you do or you don't, but this is going to open up a spiritual avenue for you, where there's a lot of enlightenment that's going to come to you, because they're telling me you're putting out ideas that there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be more. What? This is your catalyst to get you there. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that. Go check that out. I really know you're going to find the right tone that will do that reverberation for you. And it's going to be magical for you. It's going to take you places that you're just going to be like, wow, I wish I'd done it sooner. So Abby, I'll leave you with that, with blessings. Okay, so Sheila is the last one. Are you up to it?
No, what I'm getting for Sheila is that she's still processing previous one information. Like, I'm not getting anything for her. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, I don't have anything for you either, Sheila. So that could be very, very much the truth. You know, it's you're processing, and actually, that's good, because based on a comment she made earlier on the website, that could possibly very well be. So okay, so we're going to close it down then. Thank you everybody for coming and showing.
Thank you very much
for the messages. Now tomorrow night, if you're free, if you go to our website, we're having I teach classes, and some of the students who've gone through the programs do give messages. So tomorrow is a message night. It's not like this. I'm acting as the teacher at that point and helping them when they need it. And so you may get another message. You'll see, more people giving messages. And so it's Community of Spiritual Seekers. I'll type it in the thing and check it out if you like. Oops.
Here's the link. And for those of you empaths, check out the Intuition Development Program. It's amazing.
Okay. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. And I think we're doing this next week as well. And blessings to everybody, and namaste. And thank you, Rocky.
Have a good day.
All right. Night, everybody.